right, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Frozen Oil. Once again, it's Rich, and the Edmonton Oilers come up with a humongous win versus the St. Louis Blues. So that means Holloway and Broberg are in town. But the big news, obviously, is it's Ryan Nugent Hopkins' 1,000th game. So congratulations to RNH. What an Oiler, what a role model for all the players that came into this organization. I remember a story going back, probably it was 2013, I think, or 2012 maybe. I was out and about on Jasper Avenue, and who walks into the restaurant we're at are the Edmonton Oilers, and Ryan Nugent Hopkins was there. There was also Al Hemsky was there. I was like starstruck when I saw Hemsky because he's so cool. But Hemsky was there. I think that was Hemsky's last year as an Oiler. And I remember specifically Taylor Hall being there, as well as Justin Schultz, and there were a few other players. There was probably about 10 of them. All of them were very nice to everybody that was there. And then I just remember Taylor Hall and Justin Schultz all the way on the side there, and they weren't talking to anybody. They weren't, giving anyone a chance to say hi or anything like that. And I just specifically remember turning to my friend and looking at Ryan Nugent Hopkins because he was off to the side. He was with Hemsky, and they were just, acting like professional athletes. But also the Oilers had lost an afternoon game that day, and I was shocked to see them out and about. It was one of those games. I think they were probably having a really bad season because it was the decade of darkness. And there was so much hope in the fan base with all these draft picks that we were getting. Nuge, obviously a first overall pick. Taylor Hall was a first overall pick. We got Yakupov as a first overall pick 3 years in a row. So, the fan base was just waiting for things to turn around. And again, I just remember looking at Nugent Hopkins. He was probably 18, 19 years old. And just the way he carried himself. And I turned to my friend and I said, this guy, this is what the Oilers need. They need a guy like this. He was just so classy. And that's what you see from great players like Sidney Crosby is a prime example. Always classy. Even when you see them out and about in the wild, the true leaders kind of carry themselves a certain way. And fast forward 15 years later, here we are celebrating his 1,000th game. So big shout out to the Nuge. So popular with the fan base, and I'm personally a huge fan. So congratulations to you. And right after that night, the following year, I believe it wasn't too long after that, the arrival of McDavid and Taylor Hall was sent away. So, you got to have those classy locker room leader guys like Ryan Nugent Hopkins. And I truly believe that Ryan Nugent Hopkins was the mentor for all these young players coming in. And he, took a beating waiting for this organization to turn around. But just the way he carried himself, and he persevered through it. And then the last 2 years, I was just waiting for McDavid to hand him that cup. But obviously that can still happen, because the big news is the Oilers get back-to-back shutouts, like since when? And Connor Ingram was unbelievable tonight. We didn't have a recap for the Vancouver game where the Oilers won 6-0, but how long has it been since we've had goaltending like this? They just look poised, calm, no rebounds. They play the puck so well, both Ingram and Jari. And again, the game before Vancouver, they lost by a score of 1-0 to the Islanders, which, you know, we tweeted out like that was such a burn for Ingram not to be able to get that win. But the Oilers goaltending has just been outstanding, knock on wood. So hopefully that continues. And like we've been saying on this channel for almost 2 years now, is if we have solid goaltending, the Oilers are good for usually 3 to 4 goals a game. So if you have a goalie that can limit the other team, I mean, you're not going to be perfect every night like Ingram was today, stopping all 27 shots of the Blues. But I mean, even if you allow 2, even 3 goals a game at the most, the Oilers 9 times out of 10 are going to come up with a win. So just renewed hope now with the season. Maybe we can make some big moves at the deadline and make a push for that Stanley Cup. So that's my takeaway from today's game. Obviously, Hyman with a massive game today, 2 goals, and Mangiapane breaks his slump, which is nice to see. And Podkolzin continues to contribute. So a lot of positives for the Edmonton Oilers. And yeah, just so happy that we're getting points in this kind of time of the year, because there's so many games squished together, and we're still behind the Vegas Golden Knights, who just made a massive trade with Calgary for Anderson on defense, who is, you know, a top tier D-man in my opinion. So they're making moves. They gave up a lot, but that's the Vegas Golden Knights. They don't wait around. They make these moves and they push every year for a Stanley Cup. So just waiting to see what the Oilers are going to do. And yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting to see what happens after this Olympic break. So let's head on over to X and see what's going on there. So much to talk about, being Nugent Hopkins' 1000th game, so a lot of cool stuff to check out, so stay tuned. Before we do that, if you haven't yet, please take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. And our handles on Twitter/X, Instagram, and TikTok are at Frozen Oil Hockey. So we are going to go straight to X here and see what is going on. So first off, from the NHL, it's all in the details. And let's make this bigger. I mean, check this out. What a cool patch. The classic Nuge pose, celebrating his 1000 game. So again, such a milestone for Nuge, all in an Oiler jersey. So he's the first Oiler player ever to get all 1000. I mean, Kevin Lowe did it, but they weren't all with the Oilers. This one is all with the Oilers. So a massive accomplishment in a franchise with such a storied history. It's crazy that he's the first one to do that. Next one from Sportsnet. Congrats to Ryan Nugent Hopkins for playing 1000 games. He's the first player to reach this milestone solely with the Oilers. And check that out. I love this picture here, including his draft day photo there. So, man, that's crazy. Since 15 years ago. He's been an Oiler for 15 years. So, obviously a candidate to get his jersey retired here in Oil Country. Let's check out this psycho pass from Connor McDavid here on the 5th goal. I know it's the 5th goal. I'm kind of
Connor McDavid, I mean, he's going full speed
here, but check out this pass. Falling, never gives up.
And in one motion is able to feed this through to Podkolzin, who wisely
I got a text from my buddy Randy. Shout out Randy. McDavid is an alien, and he is an alien. He's the best player ever in my opinion. He just makes stuff happen out of nowhere at such a crazy speed. So McDavid getting another point streak going here. Here is after the win, Nugent Hopkins taking a curtain call. Night for the Oilers and the fans. You know, the fans have been waiting a long time for some goaltending to come up, and we're getting these wins without Draisaitl too, which says a lot, right? So Huge. Next one from Resplendent Beetle at Ranger Bob 94. Curtis Lazar has been full value and then some for the Oilers. Ridiculous he was scratched recently, as he's the best 4C they've had in a while. And a league minimum, no less. Absolutely cannot ask for more out of him. And this is about, he gets an assist on the Mangiapane goal with the original shot rebound. But yeah, Lazar has been playing awesome. We've kind of been hinting at it all season. Just he's been working so hard for his opportunities, and yeah, he deserves a spot. He shouldn't be sent down. If he keeps playing like this, he shouldn't be scratched, shouldn't be sent down, because once we get contributions from the bottom six, this Oiler team jumps to an elite team. So, I mean, I don't care where Colorado's at, where Minnesota's at, where Dallas is at. For the Western Conference, when the Oilers are getting contributions from their bottom six and have above average goaltending in net, they're a very difficult team to beat. And now they have playoff experience, so come playoff time, it's going to be super exciting. Next one from Connor McDraisaitl. I don't think I've ever seen this team play so good during a back-to-back. I love watching this version of the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, it's awesome to watch as a fan. And the next one from Sportsnet Stats. Oilers earned shutouts on back-to-back days for just the second time in franchise history. Also December 7-8, 2002. That's a long time ago. December 7-8, 2002. That's 24 years ago. So, I mean, yeah, you gotta give credit where credit is due for the Oilers to make moves on goaltending. Again, I love Pickard. I don't think he's, by any means was playing bad at all his time here in Edmonton. But at the same time, you just can't overlook the performance of Connor Ingram, and Tristan Jarry was brought here as a starting goalie. So, I mean, that tandem has been unreal. And it's just so much more comfortable watching games. I know I speak for a lot of people when I say that. Next one from DC. Feels good finally having two competent goalies on the Oilers. Yeah, feeling good with the Antonio Banderas gift there. Feeling good. Next one from Brandon. Craig McTavish. Jarry is a significant upgrade over Stu Skinner on Oilers Sportsnet intermission panel. Yeah. McTavish said it flat out, and it is a significant upgrade. Like I said, no offense to Stuart Skinner. We wanted him to be the guy. He got the opportunity, many opportunities. Local kid especially, but and great attitude, 100%. Great human being, but at the end of the day, the consistency just wasn't there, and Craig McTavish is saying it live on TV. So they are not shying away from the moves that they made, and I think they are better off myself with this tandem over the other one. Next one from Mike Awesome 00. So very proud of Nuge and the Oilers for a franchise of so many significant moments. It has been a long wait for this one. 100%. Next one from Phil Landry. The Oilers have done what Colorado did last year and what YEG mainstream media said was impossible. They've upgraded both goalies. I agree. Next one from Tyler DT. 1,000 games all in the same uniform. Incredible feat of loyalty for Nuge, for a team that didn't know what they were doing for a very, very long time, and all the coaches and GMs and all the losing teams he kept signing. Wanted to be an Oiler. Oilers fans have never wavered about wanting Nuge forever. Nuge forever, let's go, 100%. Next one from Sportsnet Stat. Oilers shutouts in back-to-back games with each by a 5+ goal margin on top for the first time in franchise history. So that's awesome to see. Not to mention Ingram is wearing a very revered number by myself, as Doug Waite was and still is an all-time favorite Oiler of mine. So, he's representing that number very well. Next one from Dan Fika. So refreshing not to clench my cheeks every time the puck is in the Oilers zone. goalies, happy face. So he's happy about the goaltending changes. And last but not least, some pictures of the Edmonton Oilers here honoring Nuge on his 1000th game. This is an ice sculpture. They showed it during the game, which is cool. So yeah, just great evening for the Oilers. There's Nuge there, and there's his celebratory stick. So yeah, all in all, a great weekend for Oiler hockey. Score 11 goals and only allow none. So a great weekend for the Edmonton Oilers, picking up 4 points, one on the road, one on home. So you can't ask for more than that. The Oilers do not play again till Tuesday. And here we go again. I just looked at it and I forgot already. Unbelievable. The Oilers are playing the New Jersey Devils at 8 p.m. So hopefully the Oilers can get another win because the Devils have been struggling lately. So that's pretty much going to do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching. And we will catch you on the next one. But until then, most importantly, go Oilers, go.
Frozen Oil Hockey, the channels you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With McDavid leading, we're built to exceed.
Frozen Oil Hockey,